Hello and welcome to the Slip Sis YouTube channel. I'm Jay
I'm Gabs.
and welcome to episode 47 of our podcast. It is Sunday, August 25th. I realize that means we're at the end of August, so we're probably gonna have to do our numbers the next time we're on here, and mine are meh.
Bad. Mine are bad. It's just bad.
We are coming to you from the ends of California as we normally do. You can find all of our information below. And again, if I've missed something, just put a comment and Gabs will get to it. We are going to jump right in because I am on a schedule crunch today because I'm rocking my hardcore LMU branding to get to my work thing that I have today. But do you want to go first with your FO?
Yes, I have one FO. So the category is things that I finished. I made no chickens, which is so sad. Um, I wish I had, but we'll talk about that in whips. I didn't even really make this. This is like a stolen FO. This is my kid's FO.
Right.
She has made using her Centro knitting machine a beanie. It's got this like ombre situation going on. It's like kind of like muscle style, right? And then a brim. And this is going to be, it's made out of like Lion Brand ice cream. I think it's like a self-striping worsted. So it's all acrylic. I actually think this side might be cuter, right? This might be a better ombre. And it is for Knit the Rainbow. So she initially wanted to make her hat for her sister, but her sister has so many hats. So I gave her the choice of making it for Knit the Rainbow, which is a nonprofit run out of New York where they donate basically warm handmade items to LGBTQ plus youth that are experiencing homelessness. And they're in New York, New Jersey. They just say New Jersey. I mean, New Jersey's a state, so I don't know what city it is in New Jersey, but they say New Jersey, Detroit, and Chicago. Um, However, Gary Knits, Gary Rides is doing a charity drive through a Friday morning charity this year, but they're not doing points or prizes. So while I like knitting for charity, I do need the added incentive of a competition to really like put my foot down on it. So I'm not frantically making, I'm just making. So Lottie chose to pick to give her hat to that. I explained it to her as best I could, um, without getting into the details of the kind of and scaring her, right? About families rejecting their kids, right? Like I was like, that's never gonna happen to you or your sister, but like I didn't want her to like get scared because girl is scared of things.
She's also like 4 and is
Yeah,
very emotionally sensitive.
she's a little empath, which
Like
is great.
she'll get it eventually, but
Yeah.
it's
So I was
okay.
yeah. And then I talked to her about Warm the Line, but the concept of like voting and disenfranchised voters and vote by mail and um stuffing the ballot box, like that was a hard I mean, I'm a government teacher, but that was a hard concept to grasp at for. So she picked Knit the Rainbow. So this is her hat for Knit the Rainbow, and she thinks she would like to make maybe 3. So this is one. We have more of the yarn. So I've been helping her. That's why it's kind of my FO because I did like 60% of it.
Hmm.
As the Centro knitting machine is not recommended. I don't recommend it at all. And then I have no more FOs because life's been busy.
All right. I have 3 FOs because I am a machine. So I finished some socks. My blockers are underneath the other FOs, but these are DKs that kind of hold their shape. So I finished a pair of
Oh, I like
DK
those.
socks. Thank you. I was thinking about donating them because I kind of already have a pair of green socks that looks like this. So I think I'll add these. I actually have a bag that I'm going to send up with Dad when he comes to give to you. This episode is also us catching up with each other, apparently.
It's been busy. We've been busy.
Yeah. Well, I guess we can talk about that at the end. But I finished these. These are one of my yarnables from this year. I want to say it was June or so, but the colorway, so yeah, I get Yarnable from Hypnotic Yarn, bless you. And the colorway is I'm a sucka for you, but it's spelled like sucka, like succulent, hence the like green theme. And these were super fun. And yeah, US threes, vanilla, afterthought heel. That's the stuff. And then I did do a chicken. So I was trying to use up the last of my cherry Coke colorway from the socks I showed last week. So this is called my cherry Coke chicken. And so I finished this one. I used a bunch of scraps that I had left over, and this is the chicken where I was texting my sister because these were scraps that she had given me for a pair of socks. And I believe it was this green that was split in 3 different spots. And I was like, Gabrielle Koizumi, what did you do? So I was very cranky about that, but
You
that's
want to know
okay.
what I did? I remember now.
Okay.
Remember when I was making that Halloween, that mystery Halloween cowl last year with all the different color work, and I had the bright idea to make it as like the cowl was like the pattern was a mystery and the yarn was the mystery. Um, so I use that yarn, but when you have a cowl, you can't when you have a mystery color work, you can't do that because you need high contrast, low contrast, and all of mine were brown.
Mm.
So I cast on that and then it didn't work out, but I had already cut it
So why
because
don't you just throw it away?
that's wasteful, Chaylee.
Okay. Well, I had to attach them all. So that's where her tail is. I don't know who she's for. But
I see you've entered your autumnal phase.
I have, but I'm like I texted you last night. I'm frantically trying to work on something else. You have an entire pink phase.
Oh, I forgot to look for my pink. Okay, I'll look for my
Which
pink.
is no, it's okay. I think I have enough. We'll talk about that again. We are coordinating ourselves. So this is my chicken, emotional support chicken, the crochet pattern
I
as
like this
always.
one.
I'm sorry.
I like this one. I like the tealy bits.
Thank you. I wasn't because I was sad that I had like run out of like the colors that would match it, but I actually think it looks okay.
Ah, it gives her a good silhouette.
Yes, she's working on her shape. So I'll put her in my chicken pile. And then I finished my last gift for your children for the holidays. And this is a standing gift because I finished a blanket for Lottie that I had to do a lot of fudging on. So here is
Oh, I
her
see that.
blanket. Because I did a while ago, I did made a pink one for Lenny, and this is using the leftovers from my Land Before Time advent, and I was holding it double with Knit Picks palette in the white, and then I ran out of the white, but didn't want to do a whole Knit Picks order for one skein of the palette, so I had Knit Picks palette gray, so that's how we ended up with the gray, which I think kind of created a fun border for it. And then I also didn't have enough minis to make it big enough. So then I had to find other minis in my stash that kind of worked. And then I used a different color to do the thing. And then it was still too small, but I didn't want to do it anymore. So I blocked it. But I didn't block the other one. So hopefully now they'll be about the same size, but she's also 4 and I'm this isn't a blanket she's going to use forever and I'm totally okay with that. But this is
Really?
for her.
It's going to be a cape for dress up. It's probably going to be her costume for Tefiti when she plays Tefiti.
Perfect. She is her blanket. She can do whatever she wants. So this is my third FO and my I don't even know what number blanket for the year.
Oh, yeah, you've done a lot of blankets. I haven't finished a blanket in months.
Yeah, I think we kind of some of us kind of cropped out on our crochet blanket era.
I'm working on it. Well, my secret thing that I'm making right now is basically a blanket, but not a blanket.
I'm with you. All right, how many whips you got?
That I can show too.
Me too.
Excellent. Ooh, this is a speedsters.
Why don't you go first?
The life update is probably going to be the longest. Okay. So I have made, or I am making, this really fat gnome. It is Natty, the Unexpected by Sarah Shira. Um, she is releasing the Gnomes of Grimblewood book in September or October. So her and her publisher are hosting it's free, a free knit along. I think it's so you get to like sample one of the knit patterns in it, which because the way the book is written, it's like mix and match. Like you can do this hat with this, like you can jumble up the hats, the bodies, the
Mm,
beards and stuff. So you can make all these different combos of gnomes. So this is like a square hat kind of deal, and then a really fat round body. Um, the decreases or the increase section I did not do correctly because I did not want to get up to look for stitch markers to do it, so I just wung it. So
yeah.
it's fine, but it's fine. The yarn is pretty variegated, so you can't really tell. Um, the colors are hypnotic yarn. Man, we've been using this hypnotic yarn. It's the never-ending skein. This is hypnotic yarn for the millionth time. Summer vibes and sweet and sour. And this is a I think it was a July, August yarnable box from 2021, I want to say, because I think I was pregnant with Eleanor, which is why I stopped using this color. And somehow this color just, I think this is like what my fifth or sixth project with it.
Yeah, but it's because the thing you were making out of it you didn't like.
Oh yeah, that was a whole other thing. So I stuffed him and he has a rock inside of him as a weight from my garden instead of a like the pellets. They're like, oh, use crafter pellets. I found a rock in my garden to weigh him down, and that's how he
So
stands.
what do you have left?
Arms and nose, and beard, I think.
Mm,
Except today I got an email being like, the clue is released, but the clues are always released on Monday. So I think it was a mistake. Because then
oopsie.
when I clicked on the link was like, oops, it's a broken link. So I'm like, I'm just gonna wait till tomorrow
Yeah.
and see. Also, it's nose, arms, and beard, so I could figure it out too.
Right.
But I
Right.
love him, and I'm going to ask for the book for Christmas from Mama and Dad because I love gnomes, and I think they make great presents. I'm on the like knitted toy, crocheted toy present thing because I think it's great for you don't have to worry about sizes, right? And it can
Right.
just be on someone's desk, and it's cute and fun.
Sweet.
What else do you make? Or is it still me? We
No, I
traded.
can. I have what will be a garment and a sock.
Mm. Mine's my Hanukkah sweater, so up to you.
Okay, I guess we can switch to garments.
All
So,
right.
well, this was going to be a blanket, but then I had this great idea to make it not a blanket. So, if you've been with us for a while, this is my pink granny square blanket that I've been working on, but I just was not feeling inspired. And I do actually like the joining as you go experience, but I just like, I don't know, I just crapped out on this. So, but then I had this other granny square jacket that I want to make because I saw the pattern when we were at Jimmy Bean's retreat. And that I'm going to make out of all of my leftovers from my DKs. But I was like, wait a second. I have like a billion granny squares already make. What if I just make another one? But these are all fingering weight. So then I decided, well, use your resources. And one of my resources is my sister, who will design something for me. So this is not for little ears. So if you have little ears in your area, plug them because this is called the Stitch Those Bitches Together cardigan that my sister did the math for and designed for me. She's not gonna write it up. This is a custom for Chaylee. So suck it.
Unless you're Chaley sized, then you absolutely can have the pattern.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I
I,
just don't want to grade it. I just can't face grading something. I can't face grading this right now.
I'm 5'3" and my bust is 37 and a half, if that's helpful.
So if your bust is probably between 35 and 40 and you're shorter than 5'8", it'll be fine. But I just couldn't because she wants to make a duster, so you're not only grading for circumference, you're grading for arm length and for body length. So if you're 5'3", but your bust is 60, it'll look different than if you're 5'10 and your bust is 60, right? Like
Right. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I
Hmm.
I was
Hmm.
like, I want to do this. I also don't want to write out the patterns immensely where I just tell my sister, what was one of the notes that I wrote? Some kind of ribbing option.
Right. Do something with some ribbing thing.
I said, oh, I
Because
think it's a ribbing situation.
this is the look I'm going for. So I think this is one of the pictures I sent to my sister of like this is kind of what I want to make. So she wrote it up to show me how many I need and how many I need to stitch together. So I do have, what did I tell you, 63 or 65 of my squares that are made. And then what I'm going to use to stitch it together is this fun cream. Um, which is K&L fibers in the baby girl colorway. And then why we were talking about the pinks is because it's all different kinds of pinks, or at least something that has at least half pink in it. And so I'm trying to scrounge up because I need like over 100, I think, for this to work. And I was at 60 something. So I have a few in here already, but then I went rifling through my minis and realized I had a whole bunch of pink minis that I was like saving. And I don't know why I was saving them. I think it's just because I really liked them. So I have all of these pinkies that I need to wind up. This is even all of them. This is just the ones I was like, while I was brushing my teeth, I was rifling through my stuff and found all of these. So these ones I gotta wind up so that I can use them for
I'm glad
my.
you don't count your pinks as your minis as
I
stash.
know.
Dang, Chai.
But I'm not, I mean, I use like what, like 3 grams of it. So it really wouldn't count as it being done anyways. But I still need to go through my row ones, which are up there. So stay in touch with us for Labor Day because that's going to be the Granny Squares Galore challenge. So that's what I've been kind of slowly trying to get through, making a couple of squares a night.
My
I have
turn.
socks next.
Okay, I have my garment. So I am making my Hanukkah sweater. And it is taking me a long time, but I think it's all right. So I have both sleeves done now. I don't think I think I'd finished both sleeves, so I have both of my Hanukkah sleeves done, and they're looking pretty great on camera.
Mm.
They're looking like pretty good. Um, I am making this out of Stylecraft DK, which was meant for a Persian tiles blanket years ago, like in 2016. And then our grandma had bought extra for herself to make the Persian tiles with me, but she didn't know how to crochet, or she learned a long time ago, and her arthritis was pretty bad, and then it just never panned out, and she passed away in 2020. So I got her extras back. So I haven't made the Persian tile blanket, of course. And but I am using it to make my grandma's extras to make my Hanukkah sweater. And I'm pretty far on the body too. Look at this.
Ooh.
So it's going pretty good. I just finished, so I did the dreidel section. This section was actually really fun. It was you know how sometimes color work gets repetitive, but this was exciting because it has all the like each side of the dreidel was different, right? Because there are 4 sides to the dreidel, so it wasn't like boring making the dreidels. And then the flames kind of sucked. I'm not gonna lie. Making the flames was not that fun, because it was a lot of ladder back to card, right? For this big gapping here. So the flames weren't that fun. And then I just bopped out these little dreidels, which I'm realizing reads really good on camera.
Oh, I
Uh,
thought they were vines.
no, they're dreidels. But
Oh.
it's they're like, when the dreidels resting on the table.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. And okay, I don't think these look like dreidels at all, but they're supposed to be dreidels too.
Little dreidels.
Yeah, they're little dreidels. I have one more color work chart for the body, which is another dreidel. And then I'm finally get to do the freaking menorahs, which is what I've been wanting to do the whole time. I wish the designer had a menorah chart that was for the body. She only
Mm,
has a menorah chart that's for the yoke, so it's an angled chart, right?
right.
So Yes, I was the pattern is in testing right now. I really like it. Like I'm liking my finished product, but my thought on this is there's a lot of dreidels and it's really easy to knit the wrong chart.
Ah,
There's at least 15 different variations of dreidels, and it's really hard to tell which one you're supposed to knit. And it's probably because the pattern's still testing, but the photos aren't great. The photos aren't really clear what the sweater is supposed to end up looking like.
hmm.
Um, because the designer didn't take a straight on photo. It's like a stylized angle photo, or they're cute, or it's like a portion of the flat lay with dreidels and gelt, which is cute for like marketing, but for like, how do I make this thing?
Right.
I was like, what chart? And then she like mislabeled some charts, which is sometimes the point of testing, right? So testers catch that. But she had mislabeled a dreidel chart, and I'm like, oh my God, what dreidel is this
Mm,
that you want me to make? So that was kind of I had actually had Daniel look through the pattern. I was like, please help me find this dreidel. Like I took the PDF and I like Command F the page to find it, and I was like, this dreidel doesn't exist.
yeah.
So you gotta want it, as Chaley says. You gotta want it to do this one. Um, I wouldn't knit it again. And I also would use really high contrast colors like I did. Otherwise, you'll be disappointed because it's a lot of
Right.
work.
I'm glad we talked about that beforehand because I remember you were considering doing some other colors.
Yeah.
But I
I
think I had told you when I did my Christmas one, I was like, go traditional, like,
yeah.
or you're going to be disappointed.
Yeah, I'm really glad that I followed Chaley's advice, went traditional. I do have some decisions to make at the end, whether I want to have jelly donuts or latkes right here. I like latkes better, but they look like blobs. I mean,
Right.
latkes do look like real
Log
latkes.
is our blobs.
Latkes are potato blobs. So I don't know. And then my other whip, that's how it's going to be for the next bit on the podcast. I have two designs that I'm working on, and I'm under confidentiality on both of them. And one of them is it's fairly significant what I have to make. So it's the Chaley show.
I do feel like part of the significantness of it is a little on you for some of the
Oh,
decisions you made with the design.
oh, it's 100% on me. It's when when I design things, they're not usually easy.
No.
They're easy to knit. They're just not easy, or for the under this case, it's crochet. It's actually my first crochet design.
Whoop.
Um, it's also the time frame.
Right.
That's my bummer. That is okay. Here comes Gabs with Gabs Vents.
Oh, great.
Design calls. Most people design calls aren't over the summer. Like the calls are over the summer for the fall, and you have to knit through the darn fall. But if this were summer Gabs would be done.
Mm-hmm.
School Gabs is like, okay, so I have to make 6 a day, and but not on this day because it's back to school night, and not on this day because I have to stay late to work here. Come on, companies, give us, because lots of people have children. Lots of people summers kind of slow down because in Europe they go like on holiday for like 8 weeks. So I'm like, which is probably why, because I am working for one of the European companies, which is probably why they got back to me now. So
Uh,
yeah,
me?
yeah.
So in my process of creating more pinks for myself, I started this sock so that I could free up
Woo!
some of this pink. And this actually is from a sock set that Gabs got me. I think it was either Christmas or my birthday. I know you got it from, I think, the Last Stitches West. Um, and this is Sweet Georgia Yarns, Sweet Georgia something. And it's their sock set, and it's the blush sock set. And so I'm doing the Crazy Sock Ladies recipe for a scrappy stripy sock, where I used obviously, each of the minis. And I did, what?
I don't think I got that at Stitches West.
Where'd you buy it?
Oh, Save the Birds.
Okay, great. Gabs bought me this thing from somewhere. And so I did 7 rows of each of the colors. And then this is a yarnaceous fibers. And I always forget how to say this. So I wrote it down so that I would remember. But it's based on a plant. It's Araucaria, I think is the plant. I think I got it from like a mystery pack or something. So I'm actually enjoying it. For a while, I wanted to do like a pink main color with the pink, but then I realized they were blending too much. So, but also like my palette in my life is pink and gray. So pink and gray is what we've got for these socks. So these ones will be for me because I love them a lot. And I have them in my twofer, which is like these origami dinosaurs from Airlane bags, and I'm using one of my cozies from the Etsy shop.
Oh, I have a massive Etsy shop update to talk about. That is what Dad's been doing.
Okay, then
I
I
do
think
like those socks. They're cute. They're very coquette.
thank you. That's what I was going for. Don't know what that means, but all right.
Like
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
very demure, very mindful, very cute. It's like bows and stuff. It's like
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
little girl nursery.
Thank you.
Mhm.
That's my style. One of my colleagues walked into my office at work and she goes, "It looks like a baby shower in here."
It does.
I was like, thank you for that, Beth. Really appreciate that. But that's it for my whippies.
Awesome.
I have
Um,
no acquisitions.
oh, dang it. My acquisitions are in the garage. Okay. I'll do the shop update, then I'll go get the acquisition. Um, so, um, mostly this is Dad. Dad has been sewing like a fiend, so much so that his machine is on the fritz right now. I don't know what's happening. But I do have a new bag design in the shop.
Ooh.
Um, except this one's already sold, and this is the
Oh,
only one I have. So my bad. I'm gonna make
okay.
some more today. So don't look in the shop for it now if you want it. This is a it's a futoshiki bag, which is a style of like tie bag. Um, hold on, I'm gonna die of coughing. One moment.
Oh, she's got illness. That was beautiful. I think she's still muted. Good, just me giving commentary on her on
No
who.
coughing. Okay. So it ties. It is interfaced and it's two colors and it's like you can knit on your arm and
Mhm.
knit out of it. It's pretty big. It's actually pretty big. So it's I don't know my tape measures, but it's about a 6 by 8 bottom. So it'll definitely fit like a shawl or something like that. But my bad, I sold this one already because it was on. I put it up last night.
She's dying again.
Yeah, plague. Actually, I'm getting better. So yes, I'll make more if you like it. Next I have these are mine that I bought. Chaley usually buys for me. Um, I have these cute little daisies,
Mm,
and Lottie calls these purple roses, but I think they're poppies. So we've got
so
some of these
cute.
in the shop as well. This is from Chaley, so she picked this out for y'all. Hope you like it. These are
The
square
water guns.
water guns, super cute. We used to have them. I used to love playing with water guns, but they always seem to break so quickly.
That's because they're out of like bad plastic.
Mm, that's true. Um, what else? Uh, a Mean Girls
Mean
bag
girl.
because I'm still working through the Mean Girls fabric. Chaley bought this. This is uh-oh, my computer's dying now. Hold on. Chaley, talk. Let me go find my charger. I did
Oh,
plug it in.
maybe
Wait.
get your acquisitions while you're okay. So, well, I'm just gonna go into like my life stuff right now. So a little bit of like a detour. It is getting super busy. I think I mentioned the last time, or maybe on my vlog from like a weekend ago, that I don't have a free weekend for like 4 weeks. Because last weekend, yeah, no, it was 2 weekends ago. My goodness, last weekend, again, if you're new, welcome. But I work in college admission and I oversee our campus tour program. So I had training for all 70 of my new guides. And actually, that's what I'm going to today is the makeup training for the ones that couldn't be there. And Gabs is back. No, she's not. She's going to go do something else. So I have makeup training today. It's also orientation week for us. So we have been super busy. I am working basically for about 13 days straight. But then next weekend is exciting because I will be going up to the Bay Area to hang out with my sister and her family. And then the weekend after that, I am back in the Bay, but this is actually for work travel. So in admissions, I travel for recruitment. So I have a lot of my travel coming up. We are super busy with the start of the year. We have moved locations, talking about travel, which is exciting. I decided to do my life updates while we were waiting for you. You probably heard me now that I realize that you're muted, but I'm not. So shall we go back to you?
Sure. No, I can hear you because I've been carrying my computer around. I couldn't find a charger. So I had to use the one that's plugged into the wall up here. Um, I don't know what happened. Oh, I left my computer on my sewing machine last night. Well, new location. My kids aren't here. That's why I can be out here. I also have these license plates that Chile bought for me as well. I've had them before. They actually sold out super fast. So if you want those, come get them because we're a limited run company over here. Like I make like 4 or 5 of bags each. So like if you want something, you really gotta like get the thing.
I also kind of feel like we get bored of the
Mm,
fabrics.
mm.
So like we don't repeat.
I do have I do still have the chicken fabric, the really cute chicken fabric. So if you
Mm.
still want that, it's still in the shop. I will make that. And those succulent garden gnomes went like so fast
Our
last
hot
time.
cakes.
I still have, I actually had to, I went to Joann to buy more. So I bought more fabric. So if you still wanted a succulent garden gnome from last podcast, I have enough fabric for 6 more bags. I already sold 5 of them. Like I had to
Really?
go and I bought the rest of the bolt.
Dude, I am crushing this as like the what it would I don't even know what you would call
The
that, but as
buyer,
one of the buyers
the buyer.
for the company. The only one that I kind of like pooped the bed on was the turkeys, but like that was ahead of time. But thank you again to whoever bought the turkeys.
Yeah, they left a little note too. It was cute.
Oh, good.
So we also have these cute little cats.
Oh, I also picked those.
Yeah, these are all your purchases, I think,
Oh,
Che.
it's because you left them with dad.
Yes. So there are these cute little cats. Dad made them. My daughters also have dresses out of this fabric, so it's super cute. We really like it. Um, so check those out too. They're kind of Halloween, but not Halloween. Like you could use it as like a Halloween bag, but
Mm,
not. I also have the whole Halloween bag collection, but I think you'll have to wait on that one until we're together so I can show you once they're live because the Halloween isn't live. This is our first time doing a collection for that's like themed. Usually our theme is stuff we like. That's the theme. And like I saw that. Did you see that trend on Instagram where everyone was talking about like get Chat GPT to do or get AI to roast your reel and everyone's got like different aesthetics. I'm like, our aesthetic is stuff we like.
right.
There's no
I feel like I committed to an aesthetic for my house.
my aesthetic for the house is called toddler.
Right.
Right? Like that look, we've got our to-do lists, kids like pictures, phone numbers, all that stuff. At least it's not on our actual wall, like at least it's on a whiteboard, not written on the actual wall.
Right.
The last bag, I like this one so much. I might keep one.
Oh, I picked that one.
This is the baby farm animals.
I think that one is so cute.
It's super cute. Ah, darn it. I left another bag by my sewing machine. Let me go get it. Dang it.
So I went on like a shopping um like excursion because I was up in Thousand Oaks, California, which is like Ventura County, basically like 30 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes north of LA. Um and their Joanne slaps. So I bought so much stuff because I was like, we need it.
It
Still
is.
you. I'm just the filler.
Thousand Oaks is the place to be. So I got this from our Joann's, actually in the remnants.
Oh, that one is cute.
The Chaley's asked for one. I've sold one. There's one left in the shop.
Get it while it's hot.
I know, get it while it's hot. And I don't have any more of this fabric. So it is like Mickey character breakfast. Yes. It's got eggs, but the yolk is in the shape of Mickey, toast, banana, and like a Mickey muffin and cereal. My daughter made me write every single like thing that was on the bag in the description of what the bag was. She was like spoon, banana, bacon. She helps me process. She loves helping with the Etsy shop. She clips the threads for me, and she runs all of my drawstrings for me. So she's like this little kid with this giant hemostat that's like the size of her, and she's like on the couch because her legs don't bend on the couch, right? So she's got her legs stick it out with them out, and she's just hemostating. And she's like, "Mom, I made too many bags. OG needs to slow down." So
Yeah. Your interns are kind of crazy.
yeah, I don't, yeah, apparently. So is my buyer. Let's be real.
I haven't gone in a while though.
Yeah, but oh yeah, but
Yeah, but you
she
said we could go next weekend because that's where we're really gonna hit the Halloween sales because I didn't like the ones that she picked.
the ones that I picked are so cute. She wants
They're
the pink.
fine. I just don't want them.
She wants the pink ghosts that I picked.
Oh,
Um,
yeah, probably.
yes, so I have those. I have one, what's it called? Acquisition.
I've none.
It
Still
was in the
you.
garage, so I had to get it. We won something from Alindria Knits Summer Sock Challenge. I don't know who won because we entered together, right, under our same Instagram. So I don't know who won. So we'll split it. And we won it
That's
from
okay. You could keep it
Mermaid Tails Yarn.
in your
And
stash because I don't want it to count for mine.
we got Sublime Sunflower. This is from Pretty Twisted Yarn, and it's from like the Yarn of the Month Club,
Oh,
but I think
fun.
it's from a few months ago. So whoops, sorry if I just spoiled somebody's August yarn, but I get the feeling it was a while ago because it's sunflowers this summer. It was in my garage because it smells slightly of cigarette smoke. So I'm gonna wash it. That's why it was in my garage. Um, but I know cigarette smoke is a little bit challenging to get out of things sometimes. So we'll see how that goes, but that's all right. I'm putting more stuff up in the shop today because I have free time this weekend to make stuff. So if you're looking, ground. I also combine your shipping. Like if you buy something because you get crazy because you think there's only one Minnie Mouse breakfast thing, and then you buy something like 2 minutes later, I'll combine the shipping. Like we're not that big of a company. I notice who orders. Like there's like I've never had more than 10 orders a day. I'll notice if the same name pops up twice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm also good with names and good with memorizing stuff because like that's half my job as a drama teacher. So I'm pretty good with like I also know if you bought from me more than once. If you bought from me more than once, I'm like, oh, repeat customer. I'm very excited. So thank you to my 2 repeat customers who ordered last night. I did notice. Are you done with your life update? But I feel like no. I feel like there's more that you wanted to say.
I forgot what's happening to me. I talked about travel and I talked about orientation and I talked about coming for Labor Day. Have I missed something? Oh, Dad is coming next
Oh,
week.
because your broken fridge.
My fridge is broken. So it's been broken for a while and then sometimes it fixes itself and then it got broken in April and then it like fixed itself, but then it broke again. I want to say in July. Yeah, because I came back from New York and all of my food in my fridge was rotted because it became warm
Gross.
in the fridge while I was gone, right? So I obviously didn't notice. And so like spam lasts forever, right? Like it's spam. Like I'm okay with that. I still love it, but it was like a science experiment.
Oh, Jiminy.
Which I'm like, that's crazy.
If your
So
spam is bad.
yes. So then I had to like dump a bunch of stuff. I called dad. We made up a plan of like when he can come to help swap out my fridge for me because like I talked about, my days are super crazy right now. So I can't stay home. Pardon me, to like receive the fridge, and I like don't have it's not a single person job for me. And so I'm very thankful that dad's coming down. So he's coming down this week, but then it had like kind of fixed itself after the July. But then this week it broke again, where it's like literally room temperature in the fridge, but the freezer is like sucking all the cold. So everything has like freeze, like the icicles
Oh,
around it,
right.
and it's like a brick. But then I can't defrost anything because in the fridge, because then it just becomes warm.
It'll be room temperature.
Because I was trying to eat stuff out of the freezer so that I didn't have so many things. And I had defrosted some chicken wings. When I came home, they were, because I left it in the fridge, right? I didn't leave it out because that would be the same thing. They were completely room temperature. And I'm like, oh, I can't eat that. And then so I got noodles from Panda Express. It's just the plain noodles, right? So there's no meat or anything in it. It's Panda Express. Again, I'm under no pretenses. There's no like chemicals or like it's completely organic. Like it's Panda Express noodles. Like I knew what I was getting into. I put those in the fridge and I had only waited like 2 days and I ate it yesterday and like basically food poisoned myself
Oh, Che.
while I was working orientation.
Oh,
So
Che.
I've been through it with my food. So I basically can only eat out until dad comes this week. So this is why we have to get off the podcast because I need to go grocery shopping on my way to work so I can leave my groceries for eating at work in work's fridge. This is desperate times, people. So, and I thank goodness we also did have orientation because sometimes they were providing us lunch. And I'm like, so Brad, what's the lunch for today? I'm just like, can someone feed me? Because I have like no food that I can store. And like I live alone. So it's not like I can make one thing and then just like that's all because there's always leftovers, but then the leftovers are going bad. So here I am.
Which
That's
I'm
the big
not
thing.
being helpful with her when I'm like, Chaylee, did you scan your groceries for box tops? Because
And I'm
I
like, I haven't bought groceries and like the thing I scanned for you was not for me either.
nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So, my daughter has started TK at our local public school,
Whoop whoop.
and I have joined the PTO, of course. It's the Peacher. It's the Peacher Parent Organization. It's the Teacher Parent
I
Organization.
was so confused when you kept saying PTO because I was like, what? How is that different from PTA? Because PTO, I'm like paid time off.
No. So people call them different things. Like we have a PTSA, which is the Parent Teacher Student Association at the high school. And then my daughter's school has a PTO. And then, but where we went to elementary school, we went to the PTA. They're basically all the same thing. They're the parent group. So I've joined, the parent group is pretty new. There's 3 people on the executive board, and then me, who's fundraising chair. And I didn't know box tops was still a thing, but it is. So now I'm a crazy fiend getting everyone I know, including you, to sign up for box tops. So our box top link, I'm gonna put in our thing, and you can sign up for box tops. It can benefit your own elementary school or local school, but if you use my join code, we both get money for our school. So please do that. Um, Box Tops is a organization that if you buy qualifying products, they donate 10 cents to whatever local school you've designated. So I looked it up because I have to be the box top lady now. They've donated over $900 million to schools since its inception in the early 90s. I'm like, this is kind of awesome. It's also like kind of like free money because you buy your stuff anyway. So why not donate to the school? And you don't have to do that crazy, like clip it off your cereal box and collect it and mail it. You just scan your receipts. And if you connect your Walmart account, if you're a Walmart shopper, you just, it it boops it right in right away. How was my speech, Jay?
In a wild turn of events, because now everyone is involved in this, I was pitching the box tops things to the guys that were there early in the morning for orientation, and our head IT guy was like, send me the link, I got you. And then Brian, who's one of the other counselors who has two elementary school age kids, goes, what's box tops? And I was like, sir, what do you mean, what's box tops? And I'm like, how have you not done box tops?
It's apparently like not really a thing that people are doing anymore. So there's this, they used to clip them, right? Like that's what we grew up with, is having to clip the box tops and mail them in. And then about, I think it was around the pandemic, they made the transition to the app. And when they made the transition to the app, it just never, like, it didn't catch on as well.
Hmm.
Well, because at schools they used to do like box tops drives and they'd collect them all at school and one person would mail them. So it was a lot more like visible on like this, on what
Right,
kids could do, right? So that's how we knew about it, right? Because the kids were always looking for it. But now what I like about the app is you can see how much, like you can see that your box top has counted right away. You can see that the thing that you've raised has made a difference, right? So
right.
when I took this over 2 weeks ago, we had $5 in our box tops earnings because the PTO president had like scanned something. And then I got crazy. And now we have $92 in, which is basically free money, right? It's cost nobody anything to do it. So I'm doing a bunch of fundraisers with that because on top of my own teaching and my own things, of course, I'm involved at my kids' school doing that too. Um,
I'm kind of mad more of my Costco thing didn't count.
well, if you think they were wrong, you can dispute it and email them, and then a
I
human.
didn't know. I don't know what was box top eligible because I also had used all of the snacks already for tour guide training.
Oh yeah,
I just,
it's
when you sent it to me, I happened to have the receipt next to me because I was doing my credit card reconciliation. I was like, oh,
you also can scan a non-box tops earning receipt for your first scan and still earn a bonus. It's pretty
yes.
cool. It's like they're pretty cool. Um, yeah, it's money for the school. My kids looking for recess school. All schools always need more money. Like that's just the way it is in the United States public school system. Like that just it's reality. I've started teaching again. I'm so excited to be teaching. I have not been this excited about teaching since I was a first year teacher, which is crazy, right? Usually I'm like, yeah, I'm back at school. But I'm like, this is great. My students are awesome. If you're a middle school parent and a middle school teacher, whatever you've done, it's awesome. Please keep doing that because they've come as the sweetest, kindest kid. They're freshmen. It's hard to be 14, right? It's hard to be 13 and 14, and they are coming as kind, generous souls. And I'm like, oh my God, whatever this is, nobody move, don't break it. So even if they get kind of crazy as the year goes on, the first couple weeks of school have been super great. It's just been busy. We got sick. We went to the Santa Cruz Boardwalk. We went to Lego Fest. We went to the 49ers game, and I was on the big screen, which was super.
Mhm.
But then I think I had an anxiety attack because I was so nervous.
All you had to do was stand, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, she gave us like jobs and then like, so we rehearsed our job. And at the last minute, she's like, no, I don't like that. And then she took our jobs away. And I was like, sorry. And then she's like, different job. And I'm like, okay. But it was fine. Then we got a grant from the 49ers. So they did super nice stuff. That was great. I got one of my designs got accepted by one of the larger yarn companies. That's what I'm furiously crocheting on. Um, Lenny started preschool. Both my girls are attending school. Yeah, so mom gets 2 hours twice a week at the house just by herself.
I don't even know what she does with herself. Wait, isn't dad there?
Yeah, but dad's all like, no, mom goes, so I pruned all of your rose bushes and I organized all the girls. I was like, Mom, why didn't you rest? I was like, you could just watch TV. Like, you don't have to do chores in
You
my house.
met mom?
And I was like, well, because the girls had a hard night. I was like, Mom, did you nap? Like while they were there? Because like you should have napped because the girls were up all night. They had some dreams and stuff. And when mom's here, she can hear it, right? Like my girls are not quiet.
Everybody can hear it, Gabs, not just mom.
Yeah, the whole house can hear it. The girls are not quiet. So I'm like, Mom, did you rest? She's like, no, I proved your roses. I'm like, okay, Mom. It's only twice a week. Lenny is at preschool twice a week. She loves it. Lottie's at school 5 days a week. She's media. She's eating school lunch. Did you always want to eat school lunch, Chay? I always wanted to eat school
Oh
lunch.
yeah, I wanted to be, well, you want it's this same concept of I just wanted to be like everybody else. We're like, I totally get it that it was an absolute privilege that Vavi made us our foods. And
Absolutely.
like obviously now as an adult, I'm like, I had to do my own lunch. I had to do my own lunch with my broken fridge.
I know. I'm like, Levy, will you make me lunch?
But I was like, but really I just wanted to like, like go to the cafeteria and buy like the lunch that everybody else got on the like, styrofoam trays. But
So Lottie gets two lunches.
what?
She gets breakfast, right? And she gets like pancakes. So she got like pancakes and waffles, and she gets breakfast bars and cinnamon rolls. There's like a 2 week rotation. But her favorite is conchas, which are
Oh, those are delicious.
yeah, she loves the conchas. And then for lunch, she hadn't been eating the lunch because I packed her lunch and she felt like she had to eat the lunch that I packed her. And I was like, nah, dude, don't eat what I made. Like you can eat that later. So now she's eating lunch and breakfast and drinking 2 chocolate milks a day.
I will say, remember when we used to do summer music camp and we would get to have the lunch after?
I
That was
know.
awesome.
I know. You're welcome for that, by the way.
What?
I told mom we had to eat lunch, that was the rule.
Oh,
That was not the rule.
no, it was optional. I didn't know that.
No, I told mom we had to because I loved chalupa school lunch. I also liked pizza in a bag.
Oh no, I liked when it was pizza slice day.
Oh,
Don't you have a giveaway?
yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, tell
And
us if you ever had school lunch. What was your favorite school lunch? I think
yeah,
it's your giveaway.
the giveaway stuff is in my craft room.
Good
It's gonna be a
God,
busy.
I gotta go, Gabs. Hurry up. Goodness gracious. I warned her yesterday that I was on a tight schedule. But evidently, when she's on a tight schedule, everything is prepared and ready to go. But if Chaley has to go somewhere, then, oh no, I left this in the garage. I left this in the car. This is with Daniel at Costco. We're just gonna have to wait. For goodness sakes, Gabrielle Koizumi, get your stuff.
I'm ready.
Okay, go.
Okay, I've decided after much not using this to give this away that we got from Jimmy Beans because I've determined I'm not going to use it. So I want to give it to someone who will, and I also want to know what your school lunches were like because that sounds exciting. Because Che and I obviously went to the same elementary school. So this is what's this, Che?
I don't know. It's your thing. I already gave mine away.
It's like a notions thingamajig. It sits up on the table, but honestly, I put all my stuff in my project bags. Um, and yes, so you'll get this. I did not make it. It's a Della Q product. Um, these sewing journals that I've hoarded for years, but realized I have 2 copies for, and this pattern booklet called Reflections from Forbidden Woolery from a very long time ago. That I've determined I'm not going to use either.
It's called Revelations.
What did I say?
Reflection.
Ah, dang it. Revelations.
I was like you kept flinging. I was like, what?
We're doing excellent. So
Look how cute my sock is.
it's coming out. What color is the heel? Is the heel gonna be gray as well?
Gray.
How
Yeah.
much how much more gray you got left? Or is it full skein? Oh, full skein.
We good. We good. But I gotta go. So tell us about your school lunch. Buy stuff from Etsy, and we'll have something up.
And your box
And
tops.
the box, oh God, and the box tops. And we'll have something for you next weekend when we're together. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you soon. Bye.